It's Week 10 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on these Chiefs. Burner at wide receiver, and with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Chiefs and the Chargers under the
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the Chargers' 46-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dayo Odeyingbo able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Back to throw here. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The Chiefs at 5-4 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's Mahomes to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their 1st-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bolton. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. As we transition into the 2nd half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Now Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
That one caught by Rice. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That'll be caught by Rice. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there. So now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that one too wide and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Mahomes going to throw. And that's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Now a short one to Gesicki. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Now it's Herbert.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Again, Herbert. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
First catch of the game there for Samuel, and it results in a 1st down.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
They'll run with Dobbins.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Deebo Samuel from 8 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. here's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Rice. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. And again, it's Mahomes. Hard throw, incomplete.
All right, keep me honest here, Brandon. So they decide not to run the football again. They had 2 shots to try and pick up the first down, probably fairly easily on the ground. Now it's fourth down.
And we'll see if those decisions come back to haunt him. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark
Still
off the
first down.
5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Herbert. And he will find his man, Samuel.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Out of the gun, Herbert.
They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete here.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a short one to Gesicki.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than
Still
that,
first
Brandon.
down.
That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. To the air again, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a 3rd down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer, still did it anyway.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Mitchell will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Mitchell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick here is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Chiefs offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And as we play here in the month of November, he's putting together a campaign to remember the NFL's leader amongst wideouts in touchdown receptions. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mahomes now to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Chargers.
Herbert now. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the right side and intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. O'Shane Ximines, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well,
and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Having only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, where you see the final score there. The Seahawks are making a strong play to be postseason bound come January as they run their mark to 7-2 with the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chargers offense and running back Keaton Mitchell getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Now it's Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. George Karlaftis showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So here's a 3rd and 14. Back to throw here, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Mahomes going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Mahomes to throw once more. And his throw is incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now here's Mahomes. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They motion the running back out left. They'll look to throw again. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First down, here's Mitchell. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Once again, it's Mitchell. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The home team's offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now 3rd down and 7. Looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Right back to Davis. It's complete.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 2.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end.
And this one too low.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And again, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chargers' 12-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Mahomes now to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Well, the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. From 4 yards out.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chargers ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
They run over center with Mitchell.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
2nd and 11.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
To the left side, he's got McConkey.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
We're back now in KC. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Herbert. Open man is Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Herbert back to the air.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Chargers offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Now this one finds McConkey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Out of the gun, Herbert. Now a short one to Gesicki. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Chargers.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
From the 50, here's Herbert. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Herbert now. That's complete to Palmer. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Now 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Herbert. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Here's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. To the air again, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
17.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he'll get it inside the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
Herbert. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a win for the Chiefs here. And no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, he had a tremendous night throwing the football. Wound up with 4 touchdown passes. He had in his mind earlier that he was going to go into attack mode. And he sure was successful.
So for the Chiefs, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.